So I am now going to work on my eyeliner. I was telling Christine I'm a little nervous because I don't want to just totally mess this up for the video, but here I go. I'm saying that too so you all can feel comfortable about, yeah, it's hard. I'm going to do 3 layers of eyeliner, and it's kind of what I found will work for me. The first layer being, I like Marc Jacobs for the waterline, and I'm going to do the waterline first because that's going to kind of help me and like be my first guide. And this is black, and when I wear it on the everyday, it can look, you know, it's a little bit more dark and dramatic than when I wear purple or green. But for Carnaval, in terms of Carnaval, it's just way too normal looking. So I'll start out with this pencil, which will give me a good guide. And then I'll move to this Bare Minerals Onyx loose powder that is black, like a deeper black. And I'll do my best to create, you know, as close to as a defined line as I can. And then I'm going to go over it. And this one you got to be really careful because this will definitely go all over, and it's definitely black. So I'll show you a little trick when I do that one that I'll attempt. And then I'm going to go over it with the liquid liner. My experience with liquid liner is it's really harsh, and it's really difficult for me to get like a smooth line. I mean, I am in awe of women that can do that. I am not one of them. But if I'm painting over kind of the pencil-y, powdery line, that's a lot easier. And the liquid also is going to hold the powder on. This is a L'Oreal brand. I think I'm going to try Tamir's choice of Stila Stay All Day. This smeared in practice on last Saturday. So that's where I'm going to go with it. So that's my plan of attack. Oh, and for the powder, I have a really nice brush by Bare Essentials, and you can see it's pretty. It's got a fine end. It's pretty firm, and I want a pretty firm brush. If it's too loose, it's too hard to control the bristles. So you want a firmer brush. And it's also fine, meaning like the bristles all come up to more of a point, so that I can have more control, and then you can see it's on an angle, which makes it a lot easier. And I'll explain more how to apply it, especially for more mature skin where you start to put makeup on and your skin starts to move around. So one thing I do to start with my waterline is like I'll put it in the corner of my eye. hold the mirror here, and I'll close my eyes, and I can kind of feel it. So I'm kind of doing it just by feel. And there, see, I've started it. Okay, I'll do it on this side. Just do it by feel. And that's the nice thing about, like, this is Marc Jacobs, and the thing I like about this is it's not a pencil that you have to sharpen. And what I find is that even with really nice sharpeners, it can kind of tear up the wood and be pointy. This one twists out of this tube, and it's pencil material, waxy or whatever it is that they use that works. But see, I've got my start to my waterline, and then can you see that?
Yeah.
I can go through and I'm gonna, you know, do all the way around the eye, even though, like, I've heard a lot, oh, you don't want to lie it all around the eye, but for Carnival we want a dramatic look, and that's where I'm going with it. So there's my start. So this is take one of drawing the line, and you know, studying the pictures, what I see, and some of the people with the different looks I've seen, you know, going up it's kind of more of a cat eye, and it can be pretty too, and it's fine. But for this look, what I see is that the bottom line is more straight across. So I'm going to try to extend this a little bit in this corner and have it meet my guide. And then, so you can feel around, like here's your eye bone, and there's, you know, feel around where your bone is, and where I want it, so like here, I can feel here, the corner of my eye socket, my bone structure. I want to be like maybe 1/4 of an inch below that, so that's what I'm kind of going for. And so where that, so I'm going to kind of, you know, it's all about layering, so you can kind of create a dotted line for yourself and go out like that. So you see, you know, I'll have other makeup to darken it, and this will just be my first line. So hopefully by the time I get to the liquid, I can just kind of fill in that dotted line. And then I'm gonna come down from the corner. I also, so coming down from the corner, since I'm here, kind of close my eye and get, you know, pick up the guide from the top and blend it in to the line I've set, that I've decided. So you want to be sure that you determine where you're going with the line before you start moving around, and then that's going to help you be more exact. So again, on this side, I kind of have it here. I'm kind of going about 1/4 inch below, bringing it out, and I'm bringing it out. So here's my bone, and there's like the top, and then so then the bone comes around. So your eye, around your eye socket, how will you best see this? The bone, so here's like coming out, and it kind of goes like around, and there's going to be a point where you start to feel your bone kind of recede. So there's kind of like a rim of bone that surrounds your eye socket. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing it out to like the end of that rim of your eye socket. Again, like I said, paint by, you know, picking up the guide, and then again, top, kind of going in the corner and meeting my guide. How's that to start?
That's great.
Great. And then, see, I can sort of check the end and the end. Oh, this one needs to come out a little bit more. Oh shoot, I went a little high on that. Oops. But not to fill. I take my Q-tip and I get it wet, and I roll it in my hand so that the little fibers don't go everywhere. And then I kind of roll the color down into the other color. I'll see if that comes, yeah. See, that cleaned up pretty nicely. So now I'm going to go across, but I'm just going to do it, like I said, in little tiny strokes. Especially, but you don't want to pull your eye tight, you know, you don't want to stretch your skin, especially with mature eyes, because when it goes back, the line's going to be all like this. So I'm just kind of doing little feathers with the, you want a pencil that's soft enough that you can do little feathers without pulling. So again, for the top, as close to the lash line as possible. Little feathers, little feathers. And then I want to emphasize bringing it in a little bit, since that's how the look pictures is. There, how's that? Okay, can you cut for a second?